Rosa Parks was born on February 4, 1913, in Alabama. As a young child growing up in a southern state especially, Rosa experienced harsh racism and extensive segregation. As Rosa grew up, she was still seeing segregation, only now it was termed separate but equal, and there were still acts of violent racism against African Americans. Every day, Rosa would ride the public bus to work. However, Rosa would have to sit in the back of the bus as these were marked for the colored people. Sometimes she would even have to stand, even if there were seats open in the front, because these seats were for whites only, and if the whites only section was filled, she would have to give up her seat to the whites. She and her husband became active members in the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. However, it wasn't until December 1st, 1955, that Rosa really made her mark and started a very powerful movement. She was on her way home from work on the bus when the bus driver told her and some other African Americans to get up because a white man had just boarded, and he needed the seats. All of the colored people stood up, but Rosa stood up in a different way. She stood up for what she believed in by staying seated. Rosa has said that many say she didn't move because she was too tired, or that she simply was old. She denies both of these, as she was no more tired than any other day after work, and she was only 42 years of age. She follows these claims by saying the only tired she was tired of giving in. By not moving, Rosa was arrested for her courageous act. Her action resulted in the Montgomery bus boycott, which is where African Americans did not ride the bus. The boycott of the city buses went on for 381 days before the rule of segregation was deemed unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court. Rosa jump-started the civil rights movement and allowed for others to stand up for what they believed in